Speaking of things I filmed a few years ago,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, you had some news the other day that you released. I wanted to ask you about that.
yeah, well, yeah, I finally got the trailer for a documentary I did. There's a company out of Canada, a film company out of Canada, did a documentary on Raven,
Mm,
and Raven asked me if I could be a part of it. I was like, "That's awesome,"
yeah.
and it was it's about. I was trying. I'm trying to do the math in my head real quick, but it was like 2021. So like almost 3 years, like December 2021. We something I don't know. Let me stop doing math out loud. Um, that's real entertaining. Um, anyway, they came down to Philly, filmed a bunch of different stuff, and we filmed an interview for like 2 or 3 hours, and the trailer came out yesterday. Um, I wish I should have sent you a link so we could probably play it on here,
Mm,
but Raven was kind enough to ask me to be a part of it, and a lot of things I said, you, you don't see me in the trailer, you hear my voice. It's like me and Billy Corgan uh,
mm,
talking about Raven, and there's some of the things I said is true. Is like it was right on the forefront of like Raven. The Raven character was like on the forefront of grunge music and
right.
Nirvana and Alice in Chains and Soundgarden. He's like one of the first grunge characters, you know,
Yeah.
in wrestling, but one of the most influential um characters.
Mhm.
And not only, was he influential in the ring, he was influential behind the scenes. He created so many different characters. He
Yep.
invented the Dudleys, you know, he invented
Wow.
he gave Stevie Richards his persona. He f- he brought Beulah into wrestling. He brought Kimono One LA into wrestling. So many different things. And his mind was so good that Paul trusted him with the storyline that like Raven got to kind of call his. I mean, not that Paul wasn't, you know, the boss, but like Paul trusted Raven that much that he allowed him, he allowed him that artistic freedom. So it was really cool to finally see that trailer come out. Uh, it's Nevermore, the Raven documentary.
Mhm.
And hold on, let me double check that real quick. I got it right here.
Yeah.
I just looked at the fucking time. That okay. Nevermore, the Raven Effect official trailer. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The channel is Night School Films, and a lot of people are asking when it's coming out. This is basically a teaser for it coming out. They're still working on distribution and stuff like that, but the director, guy named Jordy Day.
Mm.
If that's not a fucking Canadian name, I don't know what the
Seriously.
fuck. Hey, Jordy Day.
That's just my friend from up north. This is, Jody Day. How you doing?
Yeah, like if I was a woman making up a Canadian boyfriend, I would say his name was Jordy Day. Like Cindy Brady, who had the boyfriend George
Your
Glass.
call. Yeah, that's it. Yep.
George? Oh, my boyfriend,
George.
George Glass.
George Glass.
Or if I was going to make up a persona like the movie Hiding Out, Maxwell Hauser, uh,
Oh, man. That's a good one.
John Cryer, classic movie.
Yeah, man.
Uh, but yeah, well, I mean, did you got to see the trailer?
I did, man. I'm really excited for it. I'm a big Raven fan. I remember my first real memory of Raven was, I think, the Johnny Polo character from the 90s. That was the first time I really remember seeing him on TV. And then I can't remember if he went to ECW after Johnny Polo or if
Yeah,
it was ECW. That's what it was. And
yeah,
my first thought in my head was, hey, what's Johnny Polo doing in ECW? I was a kid, right? And me and my brothers, we were big fans of the Flock. Like we loved that whole setup. That's where I think I really remember you for the first time was around that time
yeah,
in ECW. And then all the stuff they did in with Raven's Flock at WCW, and he's an incredible performer.
yeah.
I think he's long overdue to get his flowers. I know you've shared some stuff on the show before about some of the gimmicks and some of the stories that he was instrumental in. I had no idea. Like
Yeah.
I remember you telling me that he was involved with you with the Blue Meanie development, right?
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know that he helped like basically create the Dudley Boys. I was like, oh my God. And like, so here's a question for you. Adam from Downingtown wants to know.
Yeah, of course.
Is there is there a chance that you could see Raven in the WWE Hall of Fame, coming up?
Absolutely, he needs to be. Uh, but put a pin in that.
Yep.
But because I have to say, you brought up Johnny Polo. I was like,
Yeah,
if you want to know Raven's character, Johnny Polo is basically is Raven, like the behind the scenes, jokes, and he would always call Vince McMahon again and talk about. I think he was one of the original guys to talk. Well, no, I think Jesse did it too, but he would talk about Vince's toupee. And Vince encouraged it too, but just always made allusions to Vince having a toupee.
Yeah. That
But
was good shit, man.
oh, it's fucking excellent.
Such good shit.
And early days of ECW, well, early days of the Raven character, and this was fucking awesome. Raven's come in the ring, and he's deadpan serious, just
Yeah.
and somebody in the crowd had a fucking giant Johnny Polo head.
Oh man.
Like those fat heads that you put up on your
Yeah.
wall. Somebody made a giant Johnny Polo head and basically shoved it in his not shoved it in his face, but like held it up to his face. Yeah. He's like, man, it took everything for me not to fucking laugh.
I was gonna say he was probably dying. Like that is hilarious.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about having long hair. You can just throw your hair in your face, and the dead giveaway with Raven was if you see his shoulders going. He was a shoulder laugher. Me and Stevie fucking got it. Well, me and Stevie with the aid of Brian Lee got Raven at we're at the Lulu Temple in Plymouth meeting, and I was Colonel Meanie, and Stevie was Baron Von Stevie. And we're just being goofballs, and fucking Raven sitting in the corner being serious, and Brian Lee just leans in and goes, "They're fucking killing me, man." And you look over, you see Raven's shoulders fucking bouncing, and it's like fucking great. Brian Lee, one of the funniest motherfuckers in the business, man. I miss that guy. I accidentally broke his nose once too.
Oh no! Oh my God!
Yeah, ain't proud of it, but it happened. Me and like we were squaring off with him, and we're just throwing punches. He was going to fucking beat us up. Maybe double choke slammed us or whatever. I gotta go back and watch ECW. I was too busy living it to watch it.
I was gonna say, you were too busy in the throes of it. Yeah,
I lived it, Dottie.
Aaron Atherton hits us with a Scotty Flamingo. That, sir, is a deep cut.
Yeah, that was his Global Wrestling Federation.
Yeah,
and I think in Portland he was Scotty Anthony, which his Portland stuff was fucking great too. But talk about a guy who's had eras,
Yeah,
he worked Portland. How many people wrestling right now you say they worked for Don Owens in Portland wrestling?
crazy.
Young guy, good looking guy in the Pacific Northwest. But Raven was just a student of the game, a great mind, great artist. Artist is the word.
Yeah.
He easily could have been a stand-up comedian, but taking the pin out of the question you asked, KB in the Hall of Fame, I would hope so. And hope so soon. Not worse than, putting somebody in the Hall of Fame too late. And I'm not making allusions to anything. I'm not, but give some people some flowers while they're here. Just
Yeah.
you don't want to wait, 20 years from now. It's not worse than having a Hall of Fame thing for somebody who probably should have went in like 20 years earlier.
Yeah.
Not that the Hall of Fame started in the 90s, but you know, just do it now. Do it now. You know, it's early. Do it in Vegas. But yeah, man, the Raven documentary came out, and well, the trailer came out, and I'm really excited for it. I posted a little like teaser photo like after it came out, and somebody's like, "What the fuck is that?" Because the photo was so well done.
Hmm.
Like I was sitting at the diner with Mrs. Meany and a couple friends, and when Raven texted me the trailer, I was like, "Oh, cool! I can finally talk about it." And I was like, "Yeah, look, I've check out these behind the scenes photos." And my friends like, "That photo is so nice. It looks like AI." Oh, and the weird thing about the documentary is I had to take my glasses off, so it's like weird. Like I've grown so accustomed to seeing myself with glasses on. Well, I had to take them off because the lights they were using, like,
Oh, they were reflecting
like
off. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, like your ring light there. Yeah.
yeah. But the lights they had on me were just you couldn't see my eyes.
Oh
I was
man.
like, "Hey, do you mind taking off your glasses?" I was like, "Sure. Can you mind let me know where you're sitting?" I thought I'm blind like a bat,
Yeah.
yeah. So, as it gets closer, I I'm looking forward to plugging the hell out of it,
Yeah.
you know? You
You're
know,
com
if there's anything I love promoting stuff, I like helping people out,
Yeah.
you know?